Hello and welcome back to the Workbench. This is where we discuss ceiling fan history, trivia, and technical information. So we're going to finish up our sub-series on the Hong Kong Big Three. You may recall that was SMC, Dinway, and Wingtat. And that's because those were the three companies that were making fans overseas prior to the 70s. Those were the three major manufacturers of ceiling fans outside of the US prior to the 1970s. So, let's talk about Wingtat. Wingtat was founded in 1960. In 1972, Wingtat fans first show up in the US, and the model that shows up is what we refer to as the UFO style. Pete has four of them hanging in the bay of the barn. They've got the two motor halves sandwiched together with a gold band in the middle. The top and the bottom of the motor are basically the same. The blades are curved, but not curved up at the end. Stamped steel, but very, very heavy, very powerful. That was the first style of fans that Wingtat exported to the U.S. Those could be as early as 1972. In 1976, Wingtat founded several subsidiaries: Fantat, TAT, just T-A-T, all in capitals, and KANDO, K-A-N-D-O, also all in capitals. Those were all subsidiaries of Wingtat, founded in 1976. In 1980, wood-bladed TAT spinners show up with the nut on the bottom, no switch housing, sometimes labeled KANDO. 1980 is also the first year we see the Mistralaire name. In 1981, Wingtat patents their ornate spinner. I've got a few, you've seen the videos. It's the similar Wingtat style, but the faceplate of the spinner motor is all ornate. It's also the first year of the Windward name, and the first year that they had other spinners show up with switch housings. In 1982, Wingtat patents their heater fan, which is initially for Moss, and then after David Moss famously screws Wingtat, they offer the heater design to Ritz. It's also the first year of the Windward name, and it's also the last use of the term Mistralaire in the U.S. In 1984, it's the last year we see TAT, T-A-T by itself, in U.S. advertising. In 1986, Home Depot starts using the term Windward, made by TAT. It's also the last year of the Mistralaire term in Australia. In 1987, Wingtat closes ceiling fan factories in Hong Kong and opens factories in China. The new China company is called China Miles. In 1992, Lasco sues Wingtat, and this is really interesting, and you can look up this case online. The whole case is online. So there was a government report done by the U.S. government about importing ceiling fans in 1991. And in that report, they were trying to determine how to apply taxes and duties and customs fees and all of that. And pretty much all of the major manufacturers wanted them to be imported like this. Unipack, you get the blades, motors, and everything, and wanted there to be more favorable fees involved with importing ceiling fans that way, except for Lasco. Because remember, Lasco was just getting their motors from Sanyo and they were building the rest of the fans here. Lasco wanted there to be more favorable rates, taxes, duties, etc., fees, etc., for when you're just importing the pieces versus the whole thing. So Lasco petitioned the government to act in their favor, and Wingtat sued Lasco. It's very interesting. You should read that if that's something that interests you. 1993 is the last use of the term Windward, and 2005 is the last year of Wingtat's website. Those of us that have been around for a while and collecting ceiling fans for a while and had internet access for a while can remember going online in the late 90s and early 2000s and still seeing Wingtat's ceiling fan website. You could see what we know as a Moss WF series, still for sale with the cane blades and everything like that. I saved a lot of those pictures. So, that's it. That's the Hong Kong Big Three. I think next we're going to talk about the factory that everybody assumes is in the Big Three, but isn't, which is Union and Evergo. That'll probably be next Workbench video. We'll see. Yeah, I don't generally set up a timeline for these. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all those great things. I look forward to hearing from you. See you next time. Thanks for watching. This video is sponsored by Fanstick. Bye, Fanstick.